In today's video, we are restoring and painting our hideous wheel wells on the red Evo 8, and we're just getting closer and closer to assembly day. Welcome back to yet another episode on the red Evo 8 build. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing to the channel where we are building Evos, working on Evos, car meets, education, entertainment, anything like that is going to be on this channel right here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. Today what we have on our to-do list is to restore our hideous, should I say hideous, wheel wells. I did this in the GG Evo 8 once, and I think I posted it on Instagram, and it came out amazing. So I want to restore the rears. As you can see, they kind of leave this overspray, and it just doesn't look right. And then in the front, they sort of do the same. Let me just show you guys real quick. It's kind of like this pinkish overspray that they leave from painting the actual car, the machinery, robots, whatever you want to call it. So before we do get to painting, this is what I'm going to be using, which I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to be switching. I usually use the Rust-Oleum, which works fine, but I want to try this 3M professional rubberized undercoating. First time using it, so I'll let you guys know. This one should be better, as I hear from fellow car enthusiasts, but let's go ahead and get started. First thing we need to do is remove our fender liners. Here, the plastic trim for the fronts. We'll remove the fronts, then we have to clean and degrease everything. I'm also going to steam clean a little bit, which I'll show you guys. Once we have everything cleaned and prepped, we have to tape obviously certain things. We'll go ahead and start spraying, so just go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's go ahead and get to work. So after much cleaning of the wheel wells, literally spent a couple of hours making sure that all of this was clean. I used a greaser, pressure washer, steamer. So I try to make sure that I got everything out as much as I could. I also noticed that even on the GG itself, which is outside right now, they kind of paint it black from the dealer, but they do a horrible job. The GG was like this as well. So I don't know if some of you guys can let me know in the comments, do they do this when they're assembling the cars? Like, they just literally paint it up to there and that's it. Like, all four wheel wells are like that, and the GG, when I did this years ago, was also like that. I don't understand why they would do it in such a, I guess, like, just weird way. Like, you know, they just spray it and there's overspray, black overspray everywhere. It's not even like done correctly, and it's weird for it to come like that. I don't know. Comment down below if you know why. I mean, I'm assuming that it's just assembly and they don't really care because you're not really gonna see underneath. But for OCD people like me and some of you guys, we probably do care. So this is the way I taped it. I have a blanket underneath as well, so there's no overspray on the actual epoxy floor. Taped it like this. I hope that there's no overspray. If not, I should maybe put like a blanket here, but I should be good because I'm only gonna spray here and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna spray 2 coats, 1 light coat, wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then spray the heavy coat, and then we're gonna let this dry overnight. I'm gonna do the rear tonight because since I just washed the fronts, it's still wet. So let's go ahead and get to painting. This has to be the ghettoest tape job ever, but to my defense, honestly, I feel like I'm covering every single bit that I don't want to paint. So I really did took my time and make sure that everything is covered, as you guys can see. And again, here we go with the same thing that I think comes from the dealer. They just like kind of spray like half of it. It's super weird, honestly, coming from a dealer, but I guess they want their cars to seem that they're like coated, like from this angle, like you see how it looks black, but as soon as you go like this, it's like, what the hell? I don't know. Again, if somebody knows in the comments, I'm pretty sure that's like a saving money assembly type of thing. But let's go ahead and coat it correctly. We're not gonna paint none of this stuff up here that I cover with backs, because that's where all the wires and stuff goes. And even though after, that's all going to be covered with the fender wells that we removed, which I don't know if I should buy new ones, but anyways, we'll talk about that later. Let's go ahead and get to painting. This came out amazing. Let me go ahead and remove the tape, and then I'll show you guys the before and after. You guys, I think, are gonna be mind blown. The wheel wells came out amazing. Let me show you guys. I still have a couple of more things to do, but maybe I'm getting a little bit overexcited. Let me start from the rear. I know you guys just saw it on the before and afters, but let's just talk about the night and day difference that this does to your wheel wells compared to that overspray, and then the black in the middle. It's just completely way better. And wait till I put everything, like the coilovers, the hub, everything, the brand new disc, is gonna like just complete the look. My favorite part of this is the fact that when you race the car, look at the way it looks. Like, it just looks all black. It doesn't look like it has overspray or anything. It just looks way better. Let me show you guys. I did everything completely all the way to the back. I don't know if I show that in the before and afters, but it's like completely done. This is more of the rear bumper itself, so of course I didn't paint that, but the wheel well is completely painted, rear and front. Let me show you guys, because for the front, you guys might be a little bit confused. I taped the line right here, and the reason I did that is because that's where the fender liners go. Which I have a question for you guys, but let me finish showing you guys. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. This is the way it came out. Everything that's kind of like red still is going to be covered by the fender liner. The fender liner goes here and it goes all the way up top. I didn't want to paint none of the cables or the electric wiring or anything like that. But my question to you guys is, I have a dilemma. I don't know if I should buy new fender liners or if I should just install these, try to clean them up, try to restore them, maybe paint them over with like some vinyl paint, like for plastic or something like that. I'm pretty sure I could restore these. They're only ruined like little things like that. Like all the tabs are intact and everything. The actual fender liners are good. They're just like they just have a little bit of wear and tear on them. And then the left side is a little bit more beat up, which is like that. But again, that's just the front. All the tabs and everything else is brand new. Like I could restore these and make them look nice and black and save $200. But at this point, why? I don't know. If I'm doing all of this, I don't know why try to save $200. Again, I don't know. I'm 50-50. That's why I haven't put him back on. If I was to put him back on, this will look completely black and brand new. But now that we have these painted, all we have to do is install the fender liners later on, whatever I decide, and then we are almost ready to start working on the car, assembling a couple of stuff. We still have to install the bushings on the control arms, which the reason why we still haven't even got into that is because I'm still waiting on some parts to get here that are on back order. Unfortunately, that's what's kind of slowing down everything, but at least I was able to do this. We have to press the bushing so we could actually get to cleaning and restoring the control arms, which I'll probably do in the next episode. Just make sure that they're clean, looking brand new. Hopefully I could do that with steamer, degreaser, and maybe a little bit of a sand. We'll figure that out. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with that 3M undercoating. It really came out nice, and it's sort of like this rubber texture. It's a little bit better, I think, than the Rust-Oleum, even though the Rust-Oleum one is a little bit cheaper, because this one is like a thick layer. Like it's actually like an undercoating. Like imagine a bed liner of a pickup truck. Like that's more or less the way this stuff is. Like it's kind of like a rough like material, and it's like a rubber coating. So for those of you guys that are into like making your car as light as possible, I wouldn't do this, because this honestly I think would add 1 pound or 2 pounds of like coating, because the layer it lays is super heavy. Let me set the camera here. Hopefully you guys could sort of see me there. Hopefully you guys can see me there. I know it's kind of crooked, but the layer it sets is like super thick. So for race cars and things like that, I don't know if undercoating is a good idea. I know that those guys like strip their whole cars, so I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are into that and losing as much weight, maybe the undercoating might add a little bit of weight, believe it or not. But I hope this video was informative. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna link the 3M undercoat and anything that I use. I'll link it down in the description so you guys could just buy it off of Amazon. Just so you guys know, if you guys buy it with that link, I do get a small commission, and it helps support the channel and helps support the build. So like always, keep grinding, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.